My dad insisted on taking my stepsister to celebrate my graduation, and he ended up leaving with her. In my rage, I called the hotel and canceled our reservation. My parents divorced 10 years ago because my dad cheated on my mom. He married another woman who had 2 kids, my stepsister Julia and my stepbrother Joshua, while my dad cheated. Their mom didn't because their dad had already passed away. Before that, I was a total daddy's girl. I adored him, and I was glued to his hip. My mom encouraged me to keep a relationship with him after they split. His new wife's family never paid much attention to me. They weren't mean or good, but at first, I always had to share my dad with them whenever I visited. If we went hiking or fishing, they had to come. If we went to the movies, had dinner outside, or anything, they had to come. I remember I used to cry at night because I couldn't understand. This stopped when I turned 15 because I wanted to do something special with just my dad then, and when he said that we should invite my stepbrothers, I just broke down crying, asking him why he never wanted to spend time with me alone. We had a long talk when I got to vent how awful I felt just sitting there waiting for him to turn his head and notice me, because if I tried to talk or have his attention, they would get in the middle while ignoring me, and he apologized. After that, we would spend more time alone in just a very few instances with all of them. I won't lie, I really enjoyed it. I could really talk with my dad, do fun stuff, and be around him without having to wait for my stepbrothers to stop talking to him or anything. Julia and I will be graduating this summer. I got an early acceptance to my college of choice, and when I told my parents, both decided to do something to celebrate. My mom and I will be having a getaway weekend at the spa, and my dad said he would take me to the beach. I was honestly really excited, so I offered to pay for the hotel reservation because I wanted to feel mature. My dad said no a bunch of times, but I ended up convincing him. We were supposed to leave today, but when he came to pick me up, my stepsister was there. He said it was a surprise since both of his girls were graduating. Apparently, she begged him to come with us and he agreed, saying that she could get his bed and he'd sleep on the floor between us. I could feel my eyes burning, and I told him that this wasn't the deal. He tried to convince me, but he ended up leaving with her. In my rage, I called the hotel to cancel the room, and I didn't tell my dad. When they arrived, he tried to check in, and when he couldn't, he called me. I only said, "Yeah, I canceled it," and hung up. He sent me a long text apologizing, and my mom said that what I did wasn't okay and that I owed them an apology. Apparently, they're on their way back because they couldn't find a hotel. The trip with my dad and the spa getaway with my mom were not because I got an early acceptance or because I was graduating high school. Julia had no business being there. My dad did ask about inviting her, and I said no. I also informed my dad that since he keeps hurting me and putting his other family above what I explicitly asked him for, then I would rather go no contact with him, and that he was currently uninvited to my graduation. This was the last time, and while I still love him and it hurts my heart that it has come to this, I can't keep doing it anymore. I asked him not to contact me again, and I blocked him. As for my mom, I explained everything, and after much crying from both parties, she apologized and hugged me because she didn't know. She's supporting my decision.